We often tell you here on the show, don't we, about the age of society that we live in. And you do know that it's something that annoys me very much so, because I don't think it cares now what age you are. Suddenly you're on the scrap heap almost at 30, invisible by 40, and completely unseen by 50. I'm sure you'll all agree. Gets worse, I know. I'm sure many of you out there can tell me that. But the bottom line is this: what I find reassuring is through all of the madness that we go through, there are a few glimmers of hopes. And obviously, when you get to a certain age, you wonder whether you can reignite or redirect your career. And what I like about certain things are there are things that you can do even if you can't get out, for instance, or indeed, you say trapped in your home, as I know a lot of people are. And thank you for sharing your stories with me. I do think about those people often a lot. We're very lucky, those of us that are mobile, that can get out, however limited it may be. But one person, a very good friend of mine, who's truly redirected his own career at the age of 90, is none other than the Hollywood legend, Michael Caine. Sir Michael Caine, should I say. The man, of course, who starred in many mega movies like Zulu, Alfie, Get Carter. And, really he's just one of those characters that we all know, we've grown up with. And I think everybody loves a little bit of Michael Caine. He's told me some wonderful stories about starring opposite the likes of Sir Noel Coward, many of the big greats of Hollywood, Clint Eastwood, Richard Burton, you name it. This man has performed and has starred in movies with so many of them. But as I say, at the age of 90, he's now become, guess what, a novelist. And he told me, which I think is inspiring, and I wanted to share this with you, the reason why I became a novelist was simply this. He said when he thought about writing a book, he'd already done sort of 2 autobiographies, but he said, look, there isn't much leading call for leading men when you're 88 plus. This was at the time. But he decided to start writing this particular novel. It's all about a Scotland Yard detective who stumbles across something. And he said it was based on a true story of a man that he met many years ago. And it's been festering in his mind forevermore. He said, look, I'm not the world's best at the computer. I have a back problem. The mobility is a bit of an issue now, but I knew that I still had an active brain. You recognize it now, you see? And this is the thing. He said, I needed to do something. And someone suggested, well, look, why don't you have a go at writing it, see if people are interested? Now, a lot of people would say, well, he's Sir Michael Caine, Hollywood superstar. Of course, they're going to publish it. And I would agree. Of course they would. He's a huge name. But if you're inspired by this story and do take it on board, you could self-publish, you could get somebody younger to help you put it all together, and you could see whether your imaginary sort of story that you've come up with just sitting there at home might be, well, a #1 bestseller. Who knows? And as I say, what I like to share with these particular stories is don't write yourself off just because you become a certain age. We're all still there, just about, aren't we? After a cup of tea, at least, maybe a couple of coffees in the morning and a couple of biscuits. But seriously, it's an inspiring story from Sir Michael Caine. And he said it's given him a brand new lease of life. And now he doesn't like to describe himself as an actor, more as a writer-actor. He said, and he's so grateful for the wonderful opportunity that writing has given him. And once again, put him back on track, thinking positively and having a reason to focus on the day. What a lovely story, don't you agree? The book's called Deadly Game, and if you're looking for something new and exciting and a brand new work of fiction, it's out this coming November. And I, for one, genuinely will be buying it because I want to support someone at a ripe old age who's truly starting a very much brand new career. Now, what shall me and you do today to get going? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.